You know the message you're sending out to the world with these sweatpants? You're telling the world, I give up. I can't compete in normal society. I'm miserable, so I might as well be comfortable.
The definition of fashion psychology is the utilization of the science of psychology in fashion to create manageable therapeutic tools that assist in the development of results in clients' perception of self, behavior, and mood. When you think of clothes, you mostly think about the practical asset, but the truth is, it has developed into a social marker. Every day, the clothes you wear affect you, whether you know it or not. People judge you based on the way you dress without you knowing.
It's all about self-expression and accept me for who I am, but here's the deal. Teenagers don't realize that people make judgments based on what they're wearing.
So why should all of this matter if you're a high school student?
Well, it should matter because when people have a bad impression of you, it has repercussions. For example, let's talk about teenage girls who show too much skin. They're wearing shorts too short, or they're showing skin in the midriff. And let's say that other people start thinking that she's easy. That may not be true, but they're making that decision based on what she's wearing.
The clothes you wear can change how other people perceive you. The human brain makes snap judgments on personality based on the clothes you are wearing. Your clothes can inform passerbyers of ambitions, social status, spending habits, and emotional state. Because of this, we know that people assume personality without actually knowing it, and it's always better to know than assuming. We put this to the test. We have pulled up two pictures of the same people wearing different clothes, one in a suit and one in street clothes. We asked a couple strangers to judge their personality and state based on what they were wearing. Here are the results.
The person in the suit looked more confident, successful, and a higher class.
The casual clothes compared to the guy in the suit is he's way more like outgoing and it's more style and like trendier than the other guy in the suit.
These results match the results of the same study done by people at the college level who rated the person in the suit a more confident, successful, and higher earner than the person in the street clothes, even though they were the same person. The way you dress doesn't just affect the way you are judged, it affects the way you think of yourself. This is a term called enclothed cognition. Feelings based on clothes can translate into actual changes in behavior and performance. When you think you look good, you just gain a sense of confidence and power, and it can help boost that attribute.
Clothes might affect personality in a positive way, but they shouldn't speak for you. In a study done by Yates and Wang at the University of Minnesota, it shows that 7% of communication is verbal and 93% is body language and appearance. Because of this, people tend to communicate without communicating, which is totally wrong. It is never right to assume someone's personality without actually knowing them, because who knows, you may be totally wrong. There has been movements to stop judgment based on clothes before, and they have been very effective. For example, there was an ad campaign that focused on measuring a woman's worth based on something like the neckline of her blouse or the height of her skirt.
Although judgment based on clothes needs to stop, there are times you need to judge based on clothes. For example, if you see someone that's dressed like a robber, that's a good time to judge based on what they're wearing. However, if someone fits the stereotype of looking like a nerd, it doesn't mean they actually are, and that was a bad way to judge someone. Now, let's take a look inside the brain of a judger. According to Tilburg University, those who wear name brand clothing are perceived as higher class than those who don't. How would you feel if you were affected by the way you're judged? If you were treated differently based on your looks? If you had to dress according to what other people say you should wear? Every day, people around the world connect with the questions I just asked. We can help. Every individual has the power to change a lifetime, a day, or even a thought in someone else's mind. How? Stop and think before you judge. Treat people the way you want to be treated, and don't judge a book by its cover.